Okay, if you're out there, wave at me just so that I know you can hear me. Thank you so much. Okay, all right, I'm gonna pop right into my sharing. We're doing exciting things. We're saving our lives and we're saving the lives of all the people that we love. And we want the same for you. We wanna save your life. We want to change the trajectory of your life, and we want to change the trajectory of your family life as well and help everyone in your family be more successful. So I'm going to share with you guys the secret to our success today. Help you learn all about Emergency Health Fix. What are we doing up in here? What's this all about? What are the programs? What are the challenges? Hearing you loud and clear. Thanks, Tammy. Let's move it. Okay, so this is all about what we're doing on the inside. So if you're interested in signing up, this is a great time to sign up because we're essentially starting over with the foundation in July. So a lot of people have been with me since January and are pushing on all the way through December with all of my yearly programs. But now is another great time to start because we know a lot of you are teaching during the year or doing homework with your kids during the year. And so this is your time that you get more time for yourself. And often we have a lot of people jumping in July. So we're going to be learning it all again with you, and we invite you to come along. So this is Sharon and I. This program is about Sharon and I, and I'm going to share with you just what that means. Sharon's my bestie, and she helps me run this program along with a bunch of other friends who have been really successful, and also my husband who's had a lot of great success. So I'm going to teach you all about that. But mostly what you should know is that people come to me generally for two reasons. They either come to me for weight loss or they come to me to get healthy. And these are just some of all of the friends that we help get healthy. You come to me either because you want one of two things. Either you're trying to get lean, so you want to look strong and healthy. You want to look like you're going to the gym every day, because a lot of my clients are going to the gym every day, sometimes for years and not getting any results. Or you want to be healthy. Maybe you are trying to prevent a family scourge, or you already have an illness that you want to reverse or make sure it doesn't get worse, okay? So if you're not one of these two things, then really there's no reason to join. So if you're already a super uber healthy person, I definitely need your help because we are in here saving lives, and we teach people through our healthy practices how to join in, how to follow us. So if you're already super healthy, you can be the perfect person for me because I need you. I always need help with more healthy people jumping on board. So we're looking though for people that are dreamers, right? For people that are dreaming about what their life could look like if they're healthier, if they're leaner. Those are the people that I want on board. That's not everybody out there. I'm not looking for everybody to join. I'm looking for people that don't like where they are right now, that know that there's something better for themselves, that are ready to make the change. Okay, and that change for us starts with Jumpstart, and I'll tell you all about Jumpstart, but Jumpstart is our foundation. So most people who ask me where to start, I'm directing them right into Jumpstart Sugar Detox, because that's the foundation of most everything that I teach. And you're gonna find all the most important information there. Yes, our program is filled with all kinds of stuff like accountability. We do team building. I teach you how to become your own leader, how to build your own teams among your people and your friends so they can get involved. We go through this with monthly challenges, which I'll tell you about. And then, you know, what we're doing overall is creating a legacy inside of our own families so that our own family health gets raised up. So that's all of what's happening here in a nutshell. But there's a lot of programs out there that do that, right? Like tons of programs. So let me just tell you what makes us different. And please hang in, friends, because July 4th, which is tomorrow, thanks for all you guys that are tuning in right before your holiday weekend. July 4th, I'm offering a ginormous discount inside this program. I'm going to tell you about it here live. You don't want to miss it. Okay, so stay in till the end. What makes this different? Me, it starts with me, okay? I am a doctor. There's lots of doctors out there who call themselves doctors who just bought their certificate online. Nope, this is me. Graduating medical school with mom and dad, proud mom and dad, who are both clients, by the way. All right. And so what does that mean? I mean, first and foremost, that means that I know if you already are in the throes of dealing with something, I know all about your disease. I know about your illness. I know about your treatment. I know what your doctor is telling you and not telling you. We can talk about that. We can talk about your meds. We can talk about all the meds that you want to get off, and the meds that I don't want you on for life, and all the conversations that we're going to have with your doctor about how we're going to change that. Because that's not what we're taught in medical school. We are not taught in medical school how to prevent things, how to reverse things, how to get off the meds. We're taught the exact opposite. We're taught to look at symptoms, to find a diagnosis, and to start the treatment. Okay. The other benefit of me being a doctor is that when I am thrown the science, I don't just just take it at face value. I don't believe things I hear on the news at face value. So I know to look for the scientific article, to read about what's going on inside that article and know why it applies to you or it doesn't apply to you. Okay, it's just because science is always being skewed. There's plenty of science behind everything that you know, including like the scientists that work for Kellogg's and the scientists that work for Dunkin' Donuts, right? They have their scientists as well, and they want you to hear a very specific amount of information and not others. So I know the good science from the bad, and I help my clients weed through it. All right, that means I know about all the ugly stuff too that people go through, and I want to help prevent this for you. That was a bunch of diabetics, by the way. So, okay, so here's the proof. Yep, here's me during COVID. I was doing my thing in the ER. I'm no longer there, by the way, thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys, I'm no longer inside that stressful job. But you know, so this is not a knock on doctors. It is a knock on the medical system. Sharon and I both work in the medical system. Sharon is a nurse. We did work in the ER together at one time. And we both recognize, yes, it's amazing. Yes, amazing things can happen. Yes, the science behind modern medicine is amazing and we can do incredible things. But our system is broken and how it's delivered is broken. And it's not fair to us. We get the blame, and it's not fair to the patients. And so what we're doing now is working outside of the system and helping you guys make the real progress that we always dreamed about when we went to school to help people get healthy. So, hey, can I buy a mug from you while I'm here? Beth, I know that you're local right now. I will give you a mug. Just walk over. Okay. All right. So I know you have a lot of questions about what is Jumpstart? How did Emergency Health Fix start? Like we had this dream of doing healthcare different, but how did that actually happen? So I'm just a mom, just like you. I know I'm telling you that I'm an ER doc, but that's just part of me, right? The rest of me is, I am just a normal lady, just like you, a normal mom, struggling to keep everything afloat at home, struggling to juggle everybody's schedule. But yeah, it started with me just being frustrated with all that busyness and not being able to take care of myself. I know you can relate to that. So this was me working full time, also getting heavier and heavier. I never did lose the baby fat, right? I gained like a ginormous amount of weight during my pregnancies because I was a resident and I was stressed out and I was babying myself by eating like a ton of calories. So yeah, so I got really overweight during my pregnancy and I never really took that off. So my kids are like in their 20s now and I was still really heavy until just about 5 years ago when all of this started. So yeah, I had some spurts where I was able to take off some of the weight and that was awesome, but it never lasted. And so I was always forever, like a lot of you, looking for something that would make it last. And Sharon, my bestie, luckily she moved in next door and while all this was going on, and she had the same kind of dreams as me. So one day we were hanging out and she was like, oh my God, I have an idea. She said, let's get healthy together. I'm like, great, that is brilliant. Let's do it. Let's do it. I finally had a partner, right? Like super great. And then she was like, oh, and I know, like, you know everything. Fantastic. You could put us in bikinis. We will have abs. This will be amazing, right? Like, you know everything we need to know. So let's just do it. Let's make the time and let's do it. That's where I was like, whoa, I actually don't know how to do that. I've been trying to do it myself for 20 years and I actually don't know how to do that. I don't know any of the secrets. And Sharon was like, well, that's a little crazy because you went to medical school. Therefore, you should know this stuff. And I started thinking about it really. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird. I did go to medical school to know how to be healthy and therefore I should look healthy. And I started looking around and I was like, nobody in medicine looks healthy. Honestly, nobody in medicine looks healthy. That's a little scary that we learn how to be healthy from health teams that do not look healthy, nor do they know anything about being healthy. So that was the beginning of the journey for me. Just this conversation between Sharon and I, where suddenly I realized that I had been practicing in a system for 20 years, that instead of making me healthier, I teach healthcare, I am the healthcare system, I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker all the time. And I was telling people to do what I was doing. So obviously what I was doing was wrong. Okay, so that's when I got really curious and Sharon was like, well, maybe we should figure out what's going on. I'm like, all right, I'll start trying to figure it out on my free time. On my free time, right guys? Like, I mean, if you want to know how we did this, we're telling you to come along because we know you don't have the free time. Neither did we, but I was trying to figure this out during all my free time. And you know, what I figured out really fast is what we would typically tell people, you know, exercise more, eat less. That didn't work for anyone. And it's not that we're not motivated and it's not that we're not doing it right? Because I'm a physician. I'm pretty damn serious about my health. And I was trying to do that for 20 years and that doesn't work. And I knew it didn't work for tons of other people, like all of the people I was seeing in the hospital. But then there's this other proof out there, right? Like there's this other proof. We see movie stars do it all the time. They go from looking just okay to looking fabulous, like seemingly overnight. And you're like, what the hell? What do they know that we don't know? And it always annoyed me a little bit thinking about how, well, they get paid to look great. So put a little pin in that, okay? Because in the future, in the future of my business, I do pay you to look great. I pay you in a lot of different ways. So yeah, because that is something that really pushes people to get fit when it matters to them for a whole lot of different reasons, whether it's for health or whether or not they just want to get paid and show off. So, and invite their friends to do the same. So yeah, so we knew there were people out there that knew this stuff. So I knew there was knowledge out there that could be had. And when I'm discovering this stuff, this is pre-Ozempic, guys, right? You do not need Ozempic or other $1,000 drugs in your pocket to get results like this. There were people for hundreds of years getting these results with information and knowledge that was known. It just needs to be discovered by you, right? Okay. And I knew it needed to be discovered by me. So yeah, to Sharon, I was like, all right, I got an idea. I'm gonna invest a lot of time in this. We're gonna figure this stuff out. So I put my mind to it. I put a lot of time into it, like a lot of time. I'm still doing this on the daily, just researching and looking at all of the different ways that we can get healthy. But what Sharon and I discovered, it didn't come overnight. It took me months and months and months, and actually now years, to continue to collect the information and the knowledge from all the science going on all around us that leads to actual results. And for Sharon and I, these results, I'm looking at it, this is a difference in us that happened in about 3 months' time. Sharon, if you're here, correct me. I know you are. So this is about 3 months' time. And this is typical for my clients. So it's typical that my clients, now obviously this depends on how heavy you are, how off track you are. It's pretty typical for my clients to lose like 30 or 40 pounds in 3 months' time. It does not happen overnight. Nowhere does it happen overnight, okay? So it's a little bit of a commitment. I'm telling you that right up front. But it happens pretty darn fast. Like 3 months is pretty darn good for this kind of result. So this is what we got with just what we started to learn in the beginning. And I'm telling you, every day we were learning something new and trying on something new. And we were getting leaner and leaner and leaner. All right. And of course, because we were getting leaner, we had some eyeballs showing up and looking at us, right? But it wasn't, I have to tell you, it wasn't just about us getting thinner. It was that Sharon and I were literally on an energy upslope. Everywhere we went, we were like a magnet because we had so much energy, so much natural happiness that was bubbling up. We had women on the dance floor. Honest to God, this happened multiple times. We would be dancing on the dance floor and we'd have women in their 30s, like 20 years younger than us, that were like, hey, what are you doing? We want to do what you're doing. We want to be like you. What is happening? So we got a lot of attention. And of course, among our close family and friends, they were like, okay, you guys give it up. What are you doing? I want to do it too. So that's basically how this started. And yes, a lot of our friends got the same results. And they started sharing it with their friends across the country and their family across the country. And that's essentially how Sharon and I started realizing, like, wow, I think we got a little something here. I think we got a little something that we could turn actually into a business. Okay. So we knew we had something more than that though, because as people changed, as people were getting thinner, they weren't just getting the results with the weight that they wanted. They weren't just returning the energy they wanted, finding more motivation, becoming more productive, all around being more successful in life with everything. They weren't just doing that. They were also reversing diseases. So among our family and friends, in the family and friends that we all had, we had enough disease present to know that we were actually making big changes. Among our family and friends, we were dropping their blood pressure. We were getting them off those meds. We were reversing diabetes. We were getting them off those meds. We had friends that had rheumatoid arthritis. I had a friend who had rheumatoid arthritis that was bedbound and going on another like mega gun medication to try to get her up and about. She started this and was up and about running with us within days. That's not a joke. That is crazy. So things like diabetes, high blood pressure, these are the things that we fix within days. Things like reflux, things like chronic pain, we're reversing those things within days. So even though I'm telling you the weight loss takes a while, okay? It's just following the immediate feel better that starts with Jumpstart. So within days, you are feeling better and your body is already telling you you're on the right track. We no longer have to be in your ear and be like, hey, this is the right thing and this is why, because you wake up every day and you're like, wow, I feel great. I'm gonna keep doing this every single day. And it's amazing. So Sharon and I really quickly, we were discovering, hey, we are now reversing all that stuff that we see in the hospital. By just doing what we're doing. With just our little weight loss experiment, we are now actually performing the healthcare of our dreams. And things didn't really turn into a business until my business school professor got involved. So my business school professor is my husband. This is Adam. Adam had tremendous risk factors for heart disease. Everyone in his family before him had a heart attack, had major heart surgery, or died of heart disease. So we knew that this was coming down the pike, and I was readying myself for this, for when my husband was going to get really sick, because we weren't getting any younger. So he was overweight, he had high blood pressure, he had high cholesterol, he already had connection with a cardiologist because I knew that someday he'd be in an ambulance with a heart attack. We had it all. We had the plan in place. But once Adam saw Sharon and I being successful in losing weight, he was already exercising with us every day, right? This is a whole other story. We're not going to go into this, but he did not think that what we were doing was worth anything in the beginning. And then he saw us get super lean, super fast, and he saw all these other people wanting to jump on board, and he was not going to be left behind. So there's a lesson in there for all you people that are like, I can't get my friend or family involved. Don't even try to bother. Just go straight ahead. Move straight ahead, pick up the friends who will do it, and sooner or later, anyone who didn't do it will be sorry and will want to jump on board. So that's what happened with Adam. Adam dropped all the weight. He no longer has high blood pressure. He no longer has high cholesterol. He's no longer on any meds. In fact, his cardiologist said, you don't need me anymore. You're done. This is the story with so many of my clients. They don't need specialists anymore. But the difference with Adam, my business professor and specialist in all things computer science, Adam decided he wanted to be part of this company. And when he joined, we went nationwide. So that's when things exploded. So he built my app. We now have an app. Anyone can get it in their app store. You look for Emergency Health Fix, you get my app. You can start using Carbi. You see my Carbi robot floating around in there. This is my AI bot. Carbi will tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. You can talk to Carbi about your menu. You can talk to Carbi about your recipes. Carbi will help you live your healthy life. So you can just jump on my free app and use Carbi for free. So friends out there, if you're already involved and you're like, oh, I'd really like my friend to kind of like check this out and see this, have them get the app. Next time you're with them, grab their phone and put the app on their phone. It's free. So, and they can also go in there and they can do my body IQ scan, which will tell them all about their current health, what their risk factors are, and where they're at right now. So it helps people understand why they might need to be involved. Okay, so on the app, that's where we talk, that's where we chat, that's where the programs come at you, that's where you connect to my videos. That's where you connect to your teams. If you want the interactive support, you have a team, you have a coach. So it's all there on the app. Okay, moving on. I'm watching my time, guys. Okay, so yeah, so these are some of our friends from across the country. Nora and Kate here. So we love to make friends across the country. We love to make people healthy across the country, and then we love to go visit them. We do that too. All right, there is another something that you should know about me that separates my program from the rest. So yes, I'm the ER doctor that can understand your disease. Yes, I've been the overweight person who's frustrated and like going to the gym every day and not looking like it, just annoyed at that I'm not getting the Hollywood progress. But one more thing, when I lost all my weight initially, just as this stuff was blowing up and we were getting really excited about it, I realized I had a lump in my breast. And that's when I realized that I hadn't been not feeling well because of being overweight. I hadn't been dragging because I was just overweight. I had, this whole impetus for getting involved with this thing with Sharon was, I wasn't feeling great and I knew something needed to change. And I had a lot of unhealthy habits, including my crazy stressful job that was leading me to eat like junk all the time. And a lot of other risk factors for cancer. So when I took up all the weight, and I lost a lot of weight in my chest as well, all of a sudden I unearthed my real problem. So at the beginning of all of this excitement and my company growing, I went through a whole breast cancer diagnosis, including all the chemotherapy, all the hair loss, double mastectomy, reconstructions, the whole bit. So friends, if you're sick out there, you have friends that need help, I can help them. It still tears me up to talk about this because it is a journey, but it's a journey that I understand is not just a cancer journey. This is the journey that you're on if you're sick and you feel like you're being left behind. and everybody's getting healthy around you. I can help you with that, friend. Okay. So if you're struggling, if you're busy, you're tired, you're unmotivated, you're all this stuff, right? That's all of us all the time. This is what we're here to help. Know that these are not just a problem with you. It's not a problem that you're stressed. It's not your genetics. It's totally what's going on with how you're supporting your health, what you're doing for yourself every day to manage this stuff. And that's where we start. We start with the simple management, which on the most basic level is addressing how you eat. The thing that you do all day, every day is feed your body. And if you're not feeding it right, you will get into the problems like I just showed you. Okay, so what's the first problem that shows up? The overweight. Yeah. Okay. So if you're overweight, you've started, you're into the problem. All right. So what I'm going to show you, this is the magic we do, right? But it's not really magic. It is 100% science. And you should know that first things first, we deal with sugar. We need to get that off your plate because it is your distraction. Sugar is your distraction, whether you realize it right now or not. It needs to get off your plate so that we can address all of the other things, because that addiction has you rolling in circles whether you realize it or not. And dealing in detox is what I do. As an ER doc, I am very familiar with detox. So I understand that this is going to be hard for you. I understand that you're not going to feel the support that you need at home from the friends and family around you initially. I understand that you're going to fall off the wagon, right? And this is going to be something that you need to attack over and over. That's what this journey is all about. And I'm here to support you. I get it. All right. So Jumpstart. Jumpstart is my foundation. Jumpstart is where we tackle the biggest problem, that being the sugar. So it's all about sugar detox, helping you understand how sugar is linked to your metabolism, helping you understand why cutting it out helps you improve your metabolism almost immediately, why this setup for failure is the exercise and not eating very much, complete setup for failure. So we learn all that in the Jumpstart program. This is the actual what it looks like. We give you everything. You get weekly logs, you get, trackers. We give you all kinds of diagrams for where's the sugar, like simple stuff. Plus you get a workbook. You get a workbook with every one of my programs. In Jumpstart, you get my cookbook. So when you're like, oh, I don't know what to eat, you just open the book and, hey, I'm not a chef. These things are simple, and they're the things that brought all of us through and made all of us successful. So you get all of that stuff. Plus you get live on the app, you get interaction, you get a coach, you get me live. So I come live into the programs multiple times for Q&A to cheer you on, and also to give rewards, right? So my customers that have been with me before, they know that if they're in a program with me, I give out awards. And I give out presents to you guys, and I send them directly to your home because I know you're working hard, and I want to reward you for that. So that's one of the ways that I pay you to stay on track. Just by joining my challenges, I know you're trying to stay on track, and I want to reward you for that. And you get inside my programs, it's all kinds of videos of me, right? Just like we're chatting now, just for minutes at a time, I'm teaching you what you need to know. And then you go with your team, go with your coach, and you're actually doing it together. You're not just learning what you should do. We actually do these things together. There's me live. So Jumpstart is a little bit science experiment. It's a little bit like a trust fall. That's how I like to think of my Jumpstart program. So it's just me teaching you little by little every single day, just like Sharon and I learned. We were just doing one tiny thing and then another tiny thing and dropping another tiny thing. And before you know it, we had some major success. So we ask you to come on that journey with us. And it feels like a little bit of an unknown. And in many ways, it's the opposite of what you have learned and what you hear out there. So we're asking you to trust us and follow us. And within days, you're not following us anymore. You're actually following the feels. I call it following the feels, but your body is telling you this is it. This is the right way. Okay. So we learn all about carbs. In those first 5 days, you are in detox. And this is a path that we know. It's a predictable path. And I am there with you, and I am helping you through it every step of the way. I help you understand what you're feeling, what you're learning, how to deal with it, and how to minimize the symptoms. Because when you pull sugar, which is your drug, out of your system is not happy with you. It is not happy with you right away. And so we need to help you through it. And that's what we do. And is it hard? No. People get scared about that. Like, they call it the flu. And when you drop sugar, a lot of people call it the keto flu. By the way, I'm not in here teaching keto, but it's a lot like it, feels a lot like it in the beginning. I will tell you that, okay? So you're gonna go through those symptoms, which are no worse than I feel a little bit draggy today. Like I might be coming down with something, okay? It's no worse than that. And we can teach you how to make it better. So that's what we do. What do you need to get started Nothing. There is nothing that you need. Believe me, you already have a lot of the right foods in your home. You also have a lot of the wrong foods. So we start up front by helping you clean out and helping you shop and helping you understand what you should have on your plate and what you need to get ready. So in the beginning of our programs, we get ready together. Then we start the detox, okay? So we're always moving in kind of slow, and then we do this all together. So what's it really like? All right, here's my app in the corner here, you guys. So this is actually me talking to my SWAT team. But this is actually what it looks like inside my app, okay? It's like you're chatting with friends. There's me chatting with my SWAT team, and occasionally they're chatting back. There they are. So there's Claire, there's Carrie, okay? So you guys can see that. It's really, this is a chat. Your programs will be filled more with videos, chats, recipes, all sorts of things. But basically, you wake up to me every day on your app. You get a little notification, little bell rings, and you know that there's a new video. You wake up, you look at the video, you're like that little kitty cat in the middle. You're just watching and learning, and I'm just showing you like, hey, okay, let's try this today. You can change this kind of thing with your very next meal, and then you try it. And if you want, you can be as interactive as you want. You share it with your team, and they share back, and you learn from each other, which is amazing. So, and we fill the program with all sorts of ideas for what to eat, how you do this, what are we all doing at home, just to help you learn how to do it. And then, of course, we're showing you the pathway the whole way, so you understand where are you now and where are we taking you. You also get me live, so I'm there supporting you live every day on camera and in videos, but also live throughout. So anytime you have questions, you can just tune in to me and ask. We also have groups on Facebook, but we try to stay connected with you in every way to support you in every way. So we start off slow so that you don't feel like when we're starting the actual challenge, which is inside every single program, you don't feel like you're making this leap that feels scary, that you don't know what is about to happen. No, we prepare you for that. And we're with you, cheering you on every step of the way. Almost done. Stay with me to the end. I'm going to tell you about our special July 4th offer. This month, we are going to be teaching our foundational courses. So in July, we have Jumpstart Sugar Detox. If you're going to take one program only from me your whole life, make it be Jumpstart. That's the mother load. That is the mother load of everything I teach, and everything I teach beyond that builds on Jumpstart. Some of the building foundation programs that come after Jumpstart: time restricted eating. This is where we learn about intermittent fasting, all the science behind it, how to live within your circadian rhythm, how to exercise and eat within the right windows to make the big changes to get better sleep. That's all in time restricted eating. The other program I'm offering this month, I typically have 3 programs a month, is Plateau Fixer. So if you're doing anything at all to help yourself get healthy and you feel like you're not making progress fast enough, you feel like you're stuck and nothing is changing, Plateau Fixer is where you want to be. If you're within my programs and you're like, I was doing great, and all of a sudden I'm just on this plateau and nothing seems to be changing again, Plateau Fixer is where you want to jump in. All right. So that's what's going on this month. All of these programs are launching on July 10th and will last for 14 days. So they're all virtual, which means you learn everything by phone on the app. I have 12 months of challenges, just so you know, 3 of them going off this month, but every single month we have different challenges. So if you're following me along inside with my SWAT team, or you follow me closely on social, you'll see which challenges are going on every month. If you want to be the first alerted about these challenges, if you want to be the first to get discounts, you want to be on my email list. I give frequent free education. I send out blasts with the videos from inside the program so you know what's going on to my email subscribers. How do you do that? Go to emergencyhealthfix.com. I'm going to put it right in here. I'm going to put it in the chat. At the bottom, you can sign up for email. Also, as you leave, there is a pop-up that says, hey, would you like to leave me your email because maybe you want to be connected with me since you visited today. So that is how to get on my list. And if you're on my email list, if you're here today, please jump on that list. You're going to get this video tomorrow. Anytime I'm on Zoom, I record it and I send the message out to our email friends the next day. So you'll get this email tomorrow and it will contain all the discounts that we're going to talk about. Okay, so get on that list. This gives you an idea of like, what does it look like? 12 months of programming, what are you learning? Like this is where we've been going and where we've been since January. So my January friends have been through Jumpstart, they did detox, they did time restricted eating, they learned all about circadian rhythm, blah, 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 on and on we go, okay? We just learned about perfecting our protein. This month is our review month. I'm giving people a little bit of a breather, time to catch up, time to review, and then we're moving on through empowered exercise. But These programs are rolling. So you can be new this month and start to do things in order just the way you would love to do anytime you want to sign up and start. So the challenges are typically 2 weeks long. And then you may ask, well, what happens in between the challenges? I don't like to let people drop off in between the challenges if they don't want to. I have plenty of people that are like, wow, that daily support was awesome, but I need it to keep going. I need my connection. I want to continue to ask you questions. I want to continue to share my things and I find it my success that way. That's what SWAT team is all about. So you'll see me occasionally out there advertising SWAT team and talking about SWAT team. SWAT stands for support, wellness, accountability, and transformation. This is what we do together. So this is what I'm showing you. I know I have members of my SWAT team here today. I told them, hey, just jump on live with me today. They wanted answers about a lot of things. I said, jump on live with me today and I'll answer a lot of your questions. So just so you know, SWAT team is my own healthy accountability team. It's what keeps me on track. So my friends are in there and we're chatting about healthy things all the time. They ask their questions, I give answers. They ask their questions, they have all their teammates give answers. So it's a really fun place to be. Okay, Claire says, I'm definitely interested in the live on Thursday, but can't attend. Will I be able to watch the recording? Yes, indeed, Claire, you'll be able to watch the recording. There's your answer, friend. Okay, Carrie was telling us all about how she's road tripping and how she's doing it in a healthy way and she's proud of herself. She's actually proud of herself for just staying where she's at right now, but she's going to be jumping into Plateau Fixer. So if you want to be with Carrie, Carrie's a super supportive and fun friend. So if you want to be with Carrie, join the Plateau Fixer team this month. She's going to be pushing on. She's already had a lot of success and she's pushing on. Nora was showing us how to do kebabs. Nora is always filled with loads of healthy information. So she was also sharing with her friends all the different ways that she stays on track during the summertime and all the things she cooks. Nora has completely reversed her diabetes, and so she's a super big fan. All right. Coach Sharon is always in there reminding everybody to stay started. If you don't know, we talk about staying started all the time. That is the primary way that we all keep moving together, right? We're not perfect. Nobody has to be perfect, but we have to try to stay started, to just continue doing what we promised ourselves we would do. So stay started is Coach Sharon's catchphrase, and you'll hear her say that a lot. You'll hear me use it a lot as well, because a lot of people really relate to that simple term. Yeah, and then you'll see, this is just me sending out inspiration. Michelle asked about collagen and she got some answers. Michelle, I'll put a post about the collagen I use later so you can see the one that I like. But she already had some friends answer. Tracy had a quick question. When a chat is frozen, can you still go back and look at the videos? So yes, Tracy, when you've been through my programs, after a while, those chats freeze. Not all of the programs last forever. And when you purchase Jumpstart, you have it for an entire year. Typically, the monthly programs will end at the end of the month. If you're a SWAT team member, my SWAT team members are my buddies. My SWAT team members they have access to any video they want to see forevermore. So SWAT team, because I love you guys, I'm gonna give you a special discount today. You guys see, we're already sharing like, what are we doing for the holiday? All right, you get the idea. So SWAT team is really fun. And it's just where we stay accountable, where we stay connected as a team, and where we connect with others who are like-minded and doing the same things that we are doing to stay on track and to stay healthy and to help our friends and family get healthy. So, okay, a few other things going on here inside of Emergency Health Fix. I do collect affiliates. That means if you sign up and you've gone through a program, you can sign up to be an affiliate. That means whenever you refer your family and friends, I will give you cash back from what they spend. Anything they spend within my programs, you will get 20%. Whoa, there's no other program that does that. So when I say I'm paying you to stay healthy, I truly mean I am paying you to stay healthy. Because why do your friends and family get interested in this? Why do they come to you? Because you're looking great. My friends who look great bring me tons of referrals, and that's exactly why. And the more referrals they bring, the more they earn. There's lots of ways to earn from me. My friends who send in their before and after pictures, I know you've seen a lot of those. They get free programs. You can also, hey, if you do these things and you want to be a coach, I'm more than happy to have you join us and become a coach. I pay my coaches even more. Plus they do all the programs for free, right? So super fun to get healthy within Emergency Health Fix. All right, on top of the things I mentioned, we have a SWAT Team Elite. SWAT Team Elite is basically, let me just say, if you liked everything that you heard so far, you're like, I want it all, and I want to commit to myself like 100%. I am making this change. I've known somebody that did it. I know it works, whatever it is. If you're like, I'm turning 50 this month and this is it. This is when I'm going to get serious. Whatever your reason, if you want to make the commitment for 12 months, you want to join Elite, because you're going to get all of this at a discount. Plus you'll get personal consultations with me, personal meetings every single month. So SWAT Team Elite, plus you get the SWAT team and all the fun stuff going on in SWAT Team. So that's SWAT Team Elite. And some people decide they're doing it right up front, and other people do like 3 or 4 challenges and then decide, wow, like, okay, I should have just signed up for SWAT Team Elite. And for you guys, if you're deciding that now, of course, I'm going to discount it even further for you guys, right? You already paid for 4 months of challenges. so when you want to do SWAT Team Elite, there's a little application process that goes on. We talk to you about it for exactly that reason. Not everyone is paying the same exact amount to be a SWAT Team Elite member. We've had some people that go through 6 challenges and decide, oh, now I want to be Elite. So yeah, so you're getting a different price than somebody who's joining right at the start. But it's a way to grab everything and to grab commitment for yourself right at the start if you want to do it right away. Okay, so I'm showing you here what SWAT Team Elite is all about. We're gonna rush along though. SWAT Team has a private web page all to themselves. We call it the SWAT Team Lounge. It's basically my brain, when my brain vomits onto the page, it's everyone that I connect with. It's all of the doctors that I talk with online about this stuff. It's all of the exercise gurus that I love. It's all of the program materials, the charts, and everything else. They're all in the SWAT Team Lounge, okay? If you're a SWAT Team member or you're a SWAT Team Elite member, you get all that. Okay, this is all about your phone call. If you're out there listening, thanks. If you're hanging in, thanks. If you're not on my email list, go to emergencyhealthfix.com. Get on my email list today so that you receive all this stuff and you can listen to this stuff in slow motion. Okay, but now I want to tell you about the special offer, okay? This is something that I typically offer only to people that are within challenges. So if you join a challenge with me, anytime you're inside a challenge, I will say to you, hey, you might want to be a SWAT Team member. This will help you stay linked with us for the entire year. Yes, you can sign up for SWAT Team for a month or 3 months or 6 months if you just want to see what it's like. But for anyone that goes through a challenge, I offer them this offer. So beginning today through July 10th, anyone that's listening now, anyone that's going to be listening to me on email can have that offer, my Inside Challenge offer, which is $300 for the whole year. So then for less than $1 a day, you'll get all my education that goes on the app. You'll hear all the interactions that are happening with my clients. You'll see all the recipes we share. We share secrets. We share exercise videos. You get all that stuff, plus me educating you every single day and putting it in the chat. If you want to steal this link, it's there now. You can check out your email tomorrow. You will have the link then. I'll make sure to include it then. Now through July 10th, if you want my SWAT Team offer of just $300 a day, you do not need to join a challenge in order to get it. You can get it now. And why might you want it? I'm going to tell you that next. SWAT Team are my peeps. I make sure that they get all of the biggest offers and all of the special deals. And tomorrow, I'm going to announce a special deal for my SWAT Team members. They haven't even heard this yet. So I told some of them today, like, if you want to show up today, join me and I'm going to tell you all about your special offer. You'll be the first to know. But tomorrow, you guys are going to get this inside of our app, okay? But my SWAT Team offer for July 4th is this. You can join Jumpstart free when you bring a friend along this month, now through July 10th. And your friend, I'm going to be sharing my promo code with you guys, only SWAT Team members. Your friend can join for 50% off. So what am I telling you? You're going to get Jumpstart for 150% off for 2 people, okay? You'll be able to ride through free with them, so you'll be able to share in their excitement, help them with what they're doing. I know a lot of you have already purchased Jumpstart for the year, so you're like, yeah, I already got it for free. But you know, and I know, there's nothing like riding along live in the app, experiencing the program live in the app, being able to qualify for gifts again all throughout, okay? And also pulling your friends along and building your healthy team. So you're trying to build the friends around you so that you have more and more support for your own health. So, all right, this is the big offer. It is only available for SWAT Team members. So if you want to jump into SWAT Team, I'm giving you that deal. So it's in the chat right now. Join SWAT Team for the year for $300. And you will have access to this beginning tomorrow when I actually hand this offer to the team with the promo code for their friends. All right, friends, I hope that's exciting for you. It's exciting for me. It's going to be a big month here in July. So I hope that you will have this chance to use this offer from now through July 10th to grab all your friends, to grab all your family members, anyone who's been interested in your success. And my friends who have not jumped in, this is the time to jump in. This is the biggest offer I have offered this entire year. In fact, the entire life cycle of my program. So this is a big one. Thank you all for coming today. Thursday, and I will send out this recording. And for those of you who are already with me on the app, see you on the inside. Okay, bye friends. Have a fantastic day.